Καλησπέρα σε όλους.
Good afternoon.
It is with great joy and deep honor that I welcome you all to this special evening. My name is Anna, and I'm truly delighted to be your host as we come together to celebrate compassion, humanitarian excellence, and the power of selfless service. Tonight is a moment of reflection and gratitude as we recognize and honor extraordinary individuals whose dedication to humanity has touched countless lives. Their work is a reminder that true service knows no boundaries, and that kindness and generosity unite us all. First and foremost, we are deeply privileged to welcome Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, the visionary behind the foundation Mοιράζομαι. Sri Madhusudan Sai is a humanitarian leader whose mission of service and spirituality spans over 80 countries. Guided by the ancient Indian principle of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means the world is one family, he has uplifted millions since 2012 through free nutrition, education, and healthcare initiatives under the One World, One Family mission. His contributions include over 1 billion servings through the world's largest morning nutrition program, education for over 8,000 students, India's first private ritual medical college, and healthcare for more than 3.6 million patients. All these services are given absolutely free of charge to all the beneficiaries. His tireless efforts and inspiring leadership continue to create a model of selfless service and touches lives across the globe. Sadhguru, it is an honor to have you here with us. We are also deeply grateful for the presence of His Excellency, the Ambassador of India to Greece, Mr. Rudrendra Tandon. Your Excellency, your presence this evening is a reflection of the strong ties between our nations and our shared commitment to service and compassion. We welcome you warmly. A special acknowledgement to Μοιράζομαι, the foundation that has so generously organized this evening's event and presents tonight's awards, embodying the true spirit of humanitarian service here in Greece and beyond. To our distinguished guests, supporters, and friends, whether you have traveled from near or far, your presence tonight is deeply valued. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to the students from India who are traveling across Turkey, Europe, and the UK to witness firsthand the impact of various service projects and immerse themselves in the diverse cultures of these countries. May this journey inspire new perspectives and a deeper commitment to service and global understanding. This evening is a celebration of unity, service, and the power of giving. Now, as we begin this meaningful evening, I would like to invite someone who has played a key role in the service initiatives here in Greece. It is my pleasure to welcome on stage Mr. Marios Sioufas. An esteemed attorney at law with over 20 years of experience advising both Greek and international entities. Beyond his legal career, he has been actively involved in humanitarian missions in Greece since 2016 and is a founding member of Mοιράζομαι. His dedication to serving those in need is truly inspiring. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Marios Ioufas.
Dear beloved Swami, respected ambassador, ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to talk about the profound impact of charity and philanthropy in Greece. In a country with a rich history and culture, the spirit of giving and helping others has always been an integral part of our society. Philanthropy in Greece has deep roots dating back to ancient times, when the concept of philanthropia was first introduced. This tradition of generosity and compassion continues to thrive today as individuals and organizations come together to support those in need and make a positive difference in our communities. One of the key areas where philanthropy has made a significant impact is in addressing poverty and social inequality. Charitable organizations and initiatives have stepped up to provide essential support from food and shelter to education and healthcare, helping to alleviate the hardships faced by many. Moreover, philanthropy in Greece is not limited to large organizations and wealthy individuals. It is a collective effort that involves people from all walks of life contributing in whatever way they can. Whether it's through volunteering, donating, or simply spreading awareness, every act of kindness counts and makes a difference. Incorporating principles from Indian culture, we can draw inspiration from the concept of dharma, which emphasizes the importance of duty and righteousness. In Hindu culture, charity and philanthropy are viewed not only as acts of kindness, but as essential components of dharma. Engaging in charitable acts is considered a way to fulfill one's dharma, contributing to the welfare of society and promoting a sense of community. The Bhagavad Gita, a revered Hindu scripture, says, "The one who enjoys abundance without sharing with others is indeed a thief." This principle encourages us to share our resources and blessings with those in need, fostering a spirit of generosity and compassion. By connecting the Greek tradition of philanthropia with the Indian principle of dharma, we can see that the values of charity and philanthropy transcend cultural boundaries. Both traditions emphasize the importance of giving back to society and supporting those in need. They remind us that our actions, no matter how small, can have a profound impact on the lives of others and contribute to the greater good. Let me share an inspiring story from Indian tradition that beautifully illustrates the spirit of charity and selflessness. Once upon a time, there was a great king named Radideva. Despite being a king, Radideva lived a life of simplicity and devoted himself to serving others. One day, after fasting for 48 days, he finally received some food and water. Just as he was about to eat, a Brahmin came to his door asking for food. Without hesitation, Radideva offered his meal to the Brahmin. As he was about to drink the water, a thirsty man arrived, and Radideva gave him the water. Then, a poor man with his dogs came, and Radideva shared again the remaining food with them. Finally, a Chandala came, and Radideva gave him the last bit of water he had. Despite his own hunger and thirst, Radideva's heart was filled with joy and contentment from helping others. His selflessness and compassion earned him divine blessings and eternal glory. This story of King Radideva teaches us that true charity lies in selfless giving and compassion for others, regardless of our own circumstances. It reminds us that the greatest joy comes from serving others and making a positive impact on their lives. Now, let me share an inspiring story from Greek tradition that highlights the importance of charity and philanthropy. In ancient Greece, there was a wealthy man named Philemon who lived in a small village. Philemon was known for his generosity and kindness towards others. One day, the gods Zeus and Hermes, disguised as poor travelers, visited the village seeking shelter. Despite being turned away by many, Philemon and his wife welcomed the strangers into their humble home, offering them food and a place to rest. As a reward to their hospitality and kindness, the gods transformed their home into a magnificent temple and granted them a wish. Philemon and his wife wished to serve as priests in the temple and to die together. Their wish was granted, and they lived the rest of their lives in happiness and harmony, serving others and spreading the message of compassion and generosity. This story of Philemon and his wife teaches us that true wealth lies in the kindness and generosity we show to others. It reminds us that acts of charity and hospitality can bring great rewards, not only in material terms, but also in the joy and fulfillment that comes from helping others. In conclusion, charity and philanthropy are vital components of our society, helping to address the pressing issues, promote sustainable development, and foster a sense of community. As we continue to navigate the challenges of our time, let us remember the importance of giving back and supporting one another. Together, we can create a brighter and more equitable future for all. This is what we do in Foundation Mοιράζομαι, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Siufas, for the words that you shared with us and for the beautiful work that is done by the Foundation Μοιράζομαι. It is now my honor to introduce a wonderful lady whose dedication to humanitarian work has transformed the lives of many. Mrs. Αναστασία Τσιακάλου. She is the president and founder of the Social Support Association. We will watch a small video before you speak. Stay with me. Κοινωνική Στήριξη στα ελληνικά, in Greek, as well as a member of many social organizations. As social worker by profession, she has dedicated more than 40 years in service of vulnerable social groups in Greece and abroad. Her work has received international acclaim and has been honored with many prestigious awards, such as the award from the Academy of Athens, an award for exemplary European volunteer from the European Parliament, moral values awards from 3 presidents of the Hellenic Republic, awards from many municipalities, from the Archbishop of Athens, and finally, she has been named a benefactor by many institutions. Before we proceed, could we please see a small video that shows us the work that she has done all these years? Can we?
Αξιότιμοι κυρίες και κύριοι,
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I feel very emotional today since a collective effort of social service is now vindicated.
Guests, there cannot be a more touching moment than this when a collective effort of social service gets vindicated.
μεγαλύτερη τιμή δεν υπάρχει όταν αναγνωρίζεται η έμπρακτη στήριξη ως μια αχτίδα ανθρωπιάς και αλληλεγγύης σε μια εποχή όπου οι άνθρωποι και κοινωνικές ομάδες συνθλίβονται από τις μιλόπετρες του κοινωνικού αποκλεισμού.
There is no greater honor than the recognition of practical support as a ray of humanity and solidarity at a time in which people and social groups get crushed under the millstones of social exclusion.
Έρχονται μέρες τόσο δύσκολες που θα θεωρούνται ευτυχισμένες όσες δεν γέννησαν, καθώς τα παιδιά τους δεν θα δουν τα δεινά που έρχονται, γράφει ο Ευαγγελιστής Λουκάς, αποδίδοντας τη φράση στον Ιησού Χριστό κατά την πορεία του προς το Γολγοθά.
For the days are coming when they will say, "Fortunate indeed are the women who are childless, for their children will not see the evils that are coming," writes Luke the evangelist, attributing those words to Jesus Christ on his way to Golgotha.
Πόσο προφητική αυτή η φράση που βλέπει στους αιώνες των αιώνων. Πολέμους να περιδιαβαίνουν την ανθρωπότητα.
How prophetic is this phrase, which has seen through the ages wars sailing across humanity.
Λιτανίες προσφύγων να αναζητούν μια καλύτερη τύχη.
Processions of refugees seeking a better fortune.
Μητέρες καθημερινά να αναμετρώνται με τη δυνατότητά τους να σταθούν με αξιοπρέπεια πλάι στα παιδιά τους.
Mothers competing daily with their ability to stand decently by their children's side.
Ανθρώπους διαφορετικούς να στιγματίζονται για τη διαφορετικότητά τους.
Different people being stigmatized for their difference.
Συμπολίτες μας σκιές να περιπλανώνται στα παγωμένα σοκάκια των πόλεων.
Our fellow citizens wandering like shadows through the freezing city alleys.
Και άραγε θα μας έσωζε ένα θαύμα από αυτή την κατάσταση.
Perhaps a miracle would save us from this condition.
Θαρώ ότι το μεγαλύτερο θαύμα είναι η αγάπη και η αλληλεγγύη, όταν αποκτούν χαρακτηριστικά και περιεχόμενο κοινωνικής οπτικής και λειτουργούν ως πυλώνες κοινωνικής συνοχής, αναγνωρίζοντας το σεβασμό σε όλα τα ευάλωτα μέλη του κοινωνικού μας ιστού.
In my humble opinion, love and solidarity are the greatest miracles of all, when they take on features and content of social vision and when they function as pillars of social cohesion, paying respect to all the vulnerable members of our society.
Αυτή η οπτική αλληλεγγύης είναι προϋπόθεση για την κοινωνική δικαιοσύνη στην καθημερινή λειτουργία των πολιτών και για την εμπέδωση της δημοκρατίας, καθώς δίνει τη δυνατότητα σε όλους τους πολίτες να διεκπεραιώνουν ένα ρόλο στην κοινωνία και να ενσωματώνονται σε αυτήν.
This vision of solidarity is a prerequisite for social justice in the day-to-day functions of the citizens and in the consolidation of democracy, as it is giving all citizens the possibility to play a part in society and to be integrated into it.
Με αυτή την οπτική είναι που το άτομο υπερβαίνει το αδιέξοδο και αντικοινωνικό του εγώ και συναντά το γόνιμο και εξανθρωπισμένο εμείς, αναπτύσσοντας έναν χειροπιαστό ανθρωπισμό.
It is with this vision that one overcomes the dead-end antisocial I and reaches the fertile and humanized we, developing a tangible humanism.
Η κοινωνική προσφορά, άλλωστε, δεν είναι τίποτα άλλο παρά ένας διαρκής αγώνας απέναντι στη λύθη, τη συνήθεια, τον συμβιβασμό και τον ευτελισμό.
Besides, social service is nothing but a constant struggle against oblivion, habitude, compromise and trivialization.
Καταφέρνει να σκίζει τις στολές γραμμές των οριζόντων και των αδιεξόδων, να ταξιδεύει πέρα από αυτές, να σεριανάει στα πέρατα του κόσμου και πάντα να επιστρέφει με συνέπεια και τρυφερότητα στον πυρήνα των πάντων, τον άνθρωπο.
It succeeds in crossing the blurry lines of horizons and impasses, traveling beyond them, roaming the ends of the earth, and always coming back consistently and tenderly to the core of everything, the human.
Κυρίες και κύριοι, αυτή είναι η σημερινή αδύρυτη ανάγκη. Να φυτέψουμε ένα βλέμμα καθαρό που μέσα του δεν λιμνάζει ούτε ένας κόκκος μυσαλλοδοξίας, υποκρισίας και ιδιοτέλειας.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the overwhelming need of today, to plant a clear look without a single trace of bigotry, hypocrisy and selfishness.
Να φυτέψουμε ένα ροδόνα αγάπης, προσφοράς και αλληλεγγύης, μακριά από εκεί που ευδοκιμεί ο ατομισμός και η απάθεια.
To plant a rose garden of love, service and solidarity, far from where individualism and apathy thrive.
Να ποτίσουμε μια νέα γη κατάφωτη και εξανθρωπισμένη και ρητά αποσυρμένη από την ασχήμια, τη μικρότητα και τον εγωισμό.
To water a new earth, illuminated and humanized, and explicitly withdrawn from ugliness, pittiness and selfishness.
Τέλος, να υπηρετήσουμε με συνέπεια τις αδιαπραγμάτευτες προθέσεις μας.
Finally, to serve consistently our non-negotiable intentions.
Προς, όπως προστατεύω και προσφέρω.
To protect and provide.
Συν, όπως συμπαραστέκομαι και συναισθάνομαι.
To support and empathize.
Υπέρ, όπως υπερασπίζομαι υπέρ αδυνάτου.
To defend the weak.
Κυρίες και κύριοι, είναι ιδιαίτερα σημαντικό σήμερα να μοιράζομαι τις σκέψεις αυτές με τους ανθρώπους που γίνονται οι ανιδιοτελείς φορείς τους ανθρώπους του μοιράζομαι.
It is of special significance for me to share these thoughts with the people who have become the selfless bringers of these ideas, the people of Sharing with Others Foundation.
Του μοιράζομαι ενός βιώσιμου δικτύου αλληλεγγύης και προσφοράς που αφήνει μέσα από μια πολυδιάστατη βεντάλια δράσεων ένα ισχυρό, ένα καθοριστικό αποτύπωμα στην πληγήσα κοινωνία μας.
A foundation which is a sustainable network of solidarity and service, which through a multitude of actions is leaving a crucial footprint in our stricken society.
Του μοιράζομαι που διαπαιδαγωγεί στη βάση ενός αξιακού κώδικα ενσυναίσθησης και προσφοράς. Τους αξίζει λοιπόν ένα μεγάλο ευχαριστώ και ένα μεγάλο μπράβο.
A foundation which edifies at the basis of a value code of empathy and service. They deserve one big thank you and a big congratulations.
Κλείνοντας, θέλω να μνημονεύσω ένα μικρό απόσπασμα από την ομιλία της οικουμενικής πια Ελένης Γλίκατζερβελέρ, που υπογραμμίζει ότι η αλληλεγγύη και η προσφορά είναι οι κορυφαίες πανανθρώπινες αξίες.
To conclude, I would like to remember a small quote from Mrs. Eleni Glikantzi-Arveler, a woman of global repute, which underlies the fact that solidarity and service are the primordial human values.
Ρώτησαν κάποτε έναν νομπελίστα ποιο είναι το καλύτερο από τα σημαντικά σχολεία και πανεπιστήμια στα οποία εθήτευσε. Ο νομπελίστας απάντησε ότι ήταν ο παιδικός κήπος, γιατί εκεί έμαθε να δίνει το χέρι στα άλλα παιδιά, για να περάσουν στο άλλο πεζοδρόμιο.
Once they asked a Nobel Prize winner which of the important schools and universities he had attended was the best. He replied that the best was the garden of his childhood, because that was where he learned to offer his hand to the other children to help them cross the street.
Δίνεις χέρι, δίνεις καρδιά, καταλήγει η σπουδαία Ελληνίδα.
You give your hand, you give your heart, concludes the great Greek lady.
Αυτή, αγαπητοί φίλοι, είναι πάντοτε και παντού η πεμπτουσία της ανθρώπινης ύπαρξης. Γιατί όποιος γλιτώνει από ένα δάκρυ έναν άνθρωπο, υψώνει ένα μέτρο τον πόη της ανθρωπότητας.
This, dear friends, is always and everywhere the quintessence of human existence, because whoever saves a man from a tear makes humanity a meter taller.
Σας ευχαριστώ για την προσοχή σας.
Thank you for your attention.
Mrs. Τσιακάλου, thank you for your inspiring words. Ευχαριστούμε για τα εμπνευστικά σας λόγια and for your life's dedication to service και για την αφιερωμένη ζωή σας στην υπηρεσία των άλλων. Ευχαριστούμε. Our next change maker is another remarkable humanitarian lady whose life has been dedicated to helping those in need. Mrs. Ελένης Σωτηρίου. Mrs. Eleni Sotiriou has been a founding member of the Heart Doctors since the very beginning of 1997. She has been accompanying her husband, Dr. Yannis Sotiriou, and other doctors treating the sick and helping the needy in more than 1,600 missions in over 79 countries. Her life has been dedicated to the service of mankind. I invite you all to watch a video that highlights the incredible work of the Heart Doctors and Mrs. Eleni Sotiriou mission and its impact to communities worldwide. Afterwards, we'll have the honor to listen to her to share a few words with us. Thank you.
bundles of flowers will wait through the hours of cold. Winter shall howl at the walls, tearing down doors of time. Shelter as we go.
Στο ζαπίο μια μέρα περίπατουσα, συνάντησα μια νέα. Τώρα ξαναθομαλούσα, δεν θα το έλεγα, δεν πειράζει όμως. Μαύρο μαλλούσα. Καλή, τι είναι αυτό που μας πέρασε, ναι. Sri Madhusudan Sai, Your Excellency, Ambassador of India, distinguished guest, Namaste. By seeing this video, it's like it's the first time I saw it. I see it. Forgive me about my English. I hope you all understand. I didn't went to English school, but it doesn't matter. I went to school that called Seva. And I try to do my best. Heart Doctors, as you see, it's a team that about 97 we started, 25 families, renew some things in our life, and seen by traveling, by doing our holidays in many different places, seeing the misery of the world, we decided to create this team and using only our own money, to don't ask no one to give us anything. If we can do it, we will continue. Our wish was just to go to places that no one else has approached or easy to go. 99.9% our missions are in very, very rural areas to the people that they almost forgotten from everyone. Of course, the beginning was quite tough and difficult because of our color, especially in Africa, in the most rich continent. The people didn't trust the white color, and of course, we all know why. So we had few problems in the beginning, but slowly, slowly, by living the same way that they live, they eat the same thing with them, they start trusting us and they come to us. We consult people, give them free medication, and then slowly, slowly, we notice that, of course, if they had no water, we have to make a borehole. If they don't have food, we have to buy food for them. If they don't have school, to try to build school for them. If they don't have a clinic to do. And believe me, Heart Doctors succeed. I don't remember exactly how many schools we built, but it doesn't matter. We were thinking that education was very important because children born in one place live I don't know how many years, maybe 10, maybe 20, and then they die because of the sickness, and not education at all. So we pay attention to give them schools in order to learn something. The very first beginning was quite difficult, especially the very first time when we came to Cameroon. It was so bad that we said, okay, either we will hear our heart and continue, either we go back, pay some money to an organization so they can help these people. We follow our heart, and we didn't make mistake, because up to today, we succeed so many missions, and through this, we found ourselves. We found ourselves, first of all, that the problems, like everybody has, we didn't have any problem. We don't have any problem. If you see this condition that the people are living, how can you dare to say, I have a problem? Second, it feels all this that you're receiving from these people, the small babies, even the old people. It's nothing. What we give is nothing. What we get is so much that makes us to go again and again and again. Believe us, we come here, my team is there, and it seems that we don't have space in our country. I saw earlier Mοιράζομαι, what they give to the people. Imagine that these people, they never have seen anything like this. When we give them spaghetti, for example, when we cook, we give them. They have never seen. They eat something every day, morning and evening, if they have. And we couldn't believe that people can survive. The water they are drinking, they are waiting. If it's rain, they will go and get dirty water and drink it. We have to use yellow water to mix the medication to give them. It was some cases every day that you couldn't believe that in this world we are living, that people in the richest continent could have this problem. And we felt really very bad, and we thought, okay, we will put a small stone, each of us, and continue to do this. By doing this, of course, you feel yourself. You feel really different. Many people will say, why do you do this? If you don't participate, if you don't come, if you don't see, if you don't smell these people, if you don't feel the touch, then you will never understand why we do it. We do it because if you do it once, it's like a virus. Comes into your blood and you cannot leave. I mean, we come here in Greece, we will wash our clothes, we will clean our house, and then again we wait to go because we know that they are waiting. What do we get for them? They will pray. They pray to God, to their God. We don't mind where do they believe. Please keep them in good condition so we can come back, they can come back to us. Do you people know what's meant to pray? That somebody thinks about you. They don't have a candle, but they pray. They said, God, bring them back. For us, it counts a lot. And of course, you put your family as well. But then your family, our children grow up, we have grandchildren. They don't need so much our attention anymore. So that's why we try to be grandchildren to the others. And I see that, of course, in my country, they do have needs. But in my country, if somebody calls the church, if somebody goes to the television with a problem, there will be always a solution. There is no light. We don't have light. We don't have water. To whom they will communicate? What kind of need they have? Everything. They need food. They need water. They need education. Here we do have. We have a lot. Sometimes we have too much. And we don't appreciate. That's why we said God will always be ahead of us and help us. If God was not with us, believe me, not 1 meter you can enter. Recently, we went to Nigeria with what he faced. He has been in India. We have been, all of us, in India. And I can tell you, we started from there. We started our work from there. But the needs was not like the Indian people are, the spirituality makes them so high. I mean, there is nothing like this. When he came with me last week in Nigeria, he said, oh my God, it's not possible that we can have this. It's possible, it's possible. Not few hours ahead from us. People are starving, people are dying for no food. And we threw our food, what we threw in one day, they can have 1 month food. And as I said yesterday, what we are doing, we are going to gymnastic places and make gymnastic and pay so much money to become slim. There they don't have, this is the unbalance that we said, okay, we will try to do our best for them. And everybody, I know that everybody will remember, those you have not seen, we try to don't show you and shock you what we see. But you have to understand that Greece is everywhere. You see our flag? We always have to put flag wherever we go. Greek flag has to be all over. And I will share, we were in one of the most dangerous places in Sierra Leone. And our car broke down, and on the road, another car, I stopped one car to help us, otherwise we should lose the plane. On our T-shirt, we have the Greek flag, and we write down humanitarian aid. Although everything comes from us, we provide our country. So the man said to me, excuse me, the gentleman, the driver was a mechanic, so he said, okay, I will help you. And the gentleman was a teacher in the university. He said, Madam, don't worry, we will help you, and you will not have any problem. So he saw the flag, and he said, are you Greek? And I said, yes. And then he said, can I touch you? I said, touch me? I said, yes, touch me. And then he said, you know, I wanted always to touch somebody from Greece, from the great, from Alexander the Great, from Socrates, from Aristotle. And he never seen a Greek people, and he was so proud and so happy to touch a Greek person. That makes us, of course, to provide our country. Although we don't have many like other countries, so much, but we do. Greece is doing very good. And especially now, when we receive one prize from Mοιράζομαι. Mοιράζομαι is a team that we didn't know, and they are young people. Young people that weekends, it was easy for them to go traveling all over with their families. Instead of that, they are sitting and cooking and doing a lot of things. And that touched us a lot, because this is something really good, young people. We are old, you know, we are not very old, of course, but we have our age, and we are happy that in this age, people will start to work. Of course, there are a lot of organizations in Greece that they do work, but the most important is that to do it through your heart. And we do it in our heart. That's why we call heart doctors. We work through our heart. And a guru gave us to us, a Swami gave this name for us to work through our hearts that never fail, because love is heart, and heart is love. Thank you so much that you listened to us, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sotiriou, for your inspiring words and for your life's dedication to service. This evening, we have the honor to recognize these two extraordinary individuals whose service and compassion have transformed lives. To present tonight's awards, I'm deeply honored to invite Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai to the stage along with His Excellency Mr. Tandon to present their awards. Ms. Σωτηρίου. We are now privileged to hear from our distinguished guest, whose presence is a testament to the friendship between Greece and India. It is my great honor to introduce His Excellency, the Ambassador of India to Greece, Mr. Rudrendra Tandon. If I can, I would like to say a few words about your work. Okay. Or you can speak. It's Ambassador Rudrendra Tandon. Assumed. No? You don't want? Okay. Okay. Please.
Not in this gathering. Gosh, I'm not very sure what I can actually say. Respected Sadguru Madhusudan Sai ji, my friend George Sufas from Mirabai Foundation, distinguished speakers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. After listening to the previous speakers and the work they are doing and seeing firsthand through the audio visuals the impact that this is having on the ground, there is very little I can say except that I salute you and I am simply humbled by the work that you are doing. I think what you are doing is nothing less than God's own work. In India, we are brought up from infancy with the idea of dharma, a concept which is very difficult to articulate in words, but everyone instinctively understands what it is. The way it was taught to me was that dharma is my sacred duty as a human being. It is also simultaneously a set of principles that I must follow in my life to lead a righteous path, one that would hopefully eventually lead me to God. And I was taught that the highest dharma of an individual is the duty he has to a fellow human being, particularly a fellow human being who's not as well off or as fortunate as I am. That is why I have very little to say to you all, because your work represents a truly sacred fulfillment of the highest possible dharma. Ladies and gentlemen, I come from a country that is undergoing vast transformation. It is still a developing country. Unfortunately, we still have a large number of people, fellow citizens, who live in extreme poverty and are not benefiting from the developments that are taking place in my country. Governments in India, ever since independence, have struggled with this problem. But what I have learned in my last 30 years in government service is that often government schemes, government programs are too bureaucratic, too rigid, too large, and too rigid to touch the remotest village or impact the lives of the poorest of us. That is why for development efforts done by governments, the work done or financed by foundations, by people like yourselves, is so important, because it is these foundations, your type of work, that can actually go down to that last mile that governments, more often than not, simply cannot touch. Therefore, all I can say to you all is that I salute your work, and I am humbled. And I must confess, it seems that there are many other people doing far more valuable work than perhaps what I do. But let me end what I have to say today on a personal note, purely for my sake. I actually come from a family of devotees of Bhagwan Satya Sai Baba, the founder of the foundation that for many, many years, whose social work in India is legendary. The devotees in my family start from my grandmother, but also includes my mother and my wife, three very important women in my life. Shamefully, I must confess, I have spent the better part of my life thwarting these three important ladies whenever they have wanted me to accompany them for prayer meetings or for functions, typically on a Thursday, by the way. My grandmom would often do this on a Thursday. And on one occasion, I actually thwarted my wife, who was going to do darshan. Shamefully, I was quite successful in thwarting these ladies. So I find it somewhat ironical that today, in my current function, I am standing here in a function that brought us all together in the name of Sai Baba, and where I feel compelled to talk about how the highest form of dharma is service to mankind and voice admiration for the social work that the foundation has been doing and all of you have been doing for so many years. It turns out that these were the basic teachings of Sai Baba. You know, when I was very young, my grandmom would often tell me stories about how the interaction would take place with Bhagwan Sai Baba and various devotees. And the thing that I would keep remembering was that he used to have this naughty boy's endearing sense of humor while instructing his devotees. So standing here before you tonight, talking about dharma and service to the less fortunate, two basic teachings, and that too after having spent a lifetime avoiding him, leaves me with a feeling that perhaps Baba is still up to his tricks, and probably I am the object of his sense of humor today. Nonetheless, thank you very much. Thank you very much for this invitation. It's a great honor to be amongst you all. Thank you for listening patiently to my confessions. Thank you, Madhusudan ji, for your blessings and for your presence. Thank you all.
Your Excellency, it's an honor to have you here with us and that you shared words from your heart and from your experience. Now, we invite you to watch a video showcasing the global impact of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai's mission, One World, One Family.
One World, One Family is the ethos at the heart of our mission. This ideal comes from an ancient Indian principle which considers the whole world as one global family. And as a family, we believe all our family members deserve care and support. Across the globe, we serve millions through three pillars: nutrition, education, and healthcare, all completely free of charge. The Annapurna Morning Nutrition Program began in 2012, providing breakfast for just 50 children, and has since grown to become India's largest morning nutrition program. Today, millions of school children across India and beyond receive the Sai Shore multi-nutrient supplement, helping them begin each day nourished and ready to learn. At our mission, we believe education is every human being's birthright. With a global presence and multiple campuses throughout India, we provide free education from grade 6 to doctorate studies, ensuring every student receives a well-rounded, values-based education that combines high-quality academics with moral and spiritual values. The Sri Satya Sai University for Human Excellence opens doors previously unimaginable to children from underserved communities. By offering quality higher education to those traditionally overlooked, and with a strong emphasis on empowering women, we're breaking the cycle of educational disparity and promoting gender equality in education. Meanwhile, our Skill Development Center equips rural youth with job-ready skills, and our scholarship program supports education with thousands of rural children. Our commitment to empowerment is also demonstrated by People's Shores, an impact sourcing organization in the United States. We help youth from marginalized communities gain skills for the digital economy. This innovative model delivers high-valued business services while transforming lives and uplifting communities. Our vision for accessible medical education became a reality in 2023 when Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi inaugurated the Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, India's first free, private, rural medical college. This institution aims to nurture noble-minded healthcare professionals who are dedicated to serving the underserved members of our society. Our healthcare mission goes beyond treating illness. We're pioneering solutions to bridge critical gaps in accessible medical care. And through our network of wellness centers, mobile hospitals, and multi-specialty facilities, we bring free healthcare directly to underserved rural communities. From preventative care to complex surgeries, at our hospitals, there are no billing counters. Since 2016, we've expanded beyond India to serve communities across the globe with the singular goal of leaving no person behind. Exemplifying this ideal, our Sri Satya Sai Sanjeevani centers form the world's largest chain of free pediatric cardiac hospitals, giving new life to children with heart defects. Continually growing needs worldwide, we're expanding our healthcare facilities with the world's largest free hospital, a 600-bed facility that demonstrates our dedication to accessible healthcare for all. Our vision is clear. A society where life's value is measured not in wealth, but in compassionate service to those in need. And this vision only becomes a reality with the contribution and generous support of our global family. After all, we are all one world, one family.
Now, may we please invite Sri Madhusudan Sai to address all of us.
on this very special evening in the presence of such illustrious servants of the society, the likes of Mrs. Anastasia, Mrs. Ellen, also in the presence of His Excellency, the Ambassador of India to Greece, Mr. Rudrendra Tandon ji, and the members of the foundation here, Mr. Mario, Mr. Yorgos, and everybody else who is here, and also a delegation from India and many countries, from Fiji, from UK, from India, from Poland, from Australia, from Croatia, from the Middle East, and then our students who have come here, 21 girls who were the first batch of girls who started studying when they were just 12 or 13 years old, and today they are very fine ladies who manage our girls' educational institutions. May I ask them to stand up for everyone to see? They are leaders now. They manage large institutions. Please sit down. So they are on a tour of the world, this part of the world, to understand how so many people are doing so much of good work. And it is not a coincidence that today we celebrated two very young girls who have done so well for the world. And these girls can take inspiration from both of you. I was trying to learn some Greek. I don't know how good I am, but it says, Ένας, Κόσμος, μία οικογένεια. Am I right? So the philosophy is very simple. We are one world, one family. And when you know that you are a family, you know what to do with each other. Whether you are in Cameroon or Sierra Leone, whether you're in Greece, whether you're in Nigeria, any part of Africa, America, India, you just know that they are your family, and so you must look after each other. The idea is from an Indian text, very sacred ancient text called Maha Upanishad, which says in Sanskrit, just for the delight of listening to Sanskrit, let me say the verse, which says, Ayam nijaha paroveti ganana laguchetasam udara charitanam tu vasudhaiva kutumbakam, which means thinking that some are ours and some are others is the way of narrow-minded ones. For the broad-minded people, the whole world is one family. And this is the idea that we are promoting through various global initiatives. Just now when Mrs. Elena was speaking, she said, people ask, why do you do this? Don't you have any problems when you do this? But she said, when I look at the problems of the people there is no reason for me to complain, because their problems are so much more. And we do this because we see the joy, we see the relief, we see the help that comes to them, and that gives us that energy to go on. Like in a family, when a child is sick, nobody can sleep in peace. Till the child recovers, the mother, the father, the grandparents, the siblings, everybody is looking after the child. And that is the idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that the whole world is one family. Mrs. Anastasia, I don't know whether I'm saying the names correctly, but if it is so, she mentioned, right? Oh, thank you. She mentioned that in this world, it's about survival of the weak, survival of the weak, survival of the poor and the weak. The theory of evolution of species by Darwin says it's about survival of the fittest. But the theory of evolution of societies is about survival of the weakest. And we are a society. We are not just a species, a society, and where everybody comes together. And so the most important index to understand whether a society is progressing, evolving, developing is how the poorest and the weakest are treated in the society. Today we talk about GDP, that is gross domestic product, the big numbers of development, rate of growth and so on. But as the Honorable Ambassador said, this growth and development is benefiting only a few. It's not reaching the last person, the weakest and the poorest. So such organizations are required to bridge the gap, the last mile connectivity, where such spirited people go out of their way to these difficult places where no governments would go in order to deliver care in the spirit that they are also humans and they also deserve the same privileges as we do. This equality, this kindness, this compassion is what makes us a society. And this is the index, this is the measure of societal progress. When we are looking after each other and helping everyone grow in the process. The ambassador was talking about social capital. This is social capital, the sensitivity towards each other's needs. That is the strength of a society, and that is what we need to develop. Come here to Greece, which is such an ancient civilization, where great masters taught these values to the whole world. So also the rishis in India who taught that we must be kind, we must be compassionate, we must be empathetic to everyone. The ambassador mentioned about he being the naughty boy of the lot, who evaded and avoided Baba for a long time. Let me tell you, the right word is rowdy boy. That is what he used to call people who are very naughty. So it's not a bad thing to be at least known to him, even if you're not known for the right reasons. But Baba has his own ways. He finds his people at the right time in the right place for the right thing. And that is something that is divinely guided and inspired. So you being here, it's not a coincidence. None of us being here is a coincidence. It is planned by the divine. And Bhagwan Baba's 100th birth anniversary is this year. And we would be celebrating on November 23rd. On that occasion, we are having 100 countries come and present their culture, their philosophy, their music, food, festivities, and celebrate this idea of one family. So it's a big family gathering in ashram there, in Mudenhali. And 3rd September happens to be the Greek day. So the people from Greece are to come and present their culture, their festivities, their philosophy to the whole world. So I'm so looking forward to welcoming all of you in India for that particular event. And of course, again for the 100th birthday celebrations, which would be on 23rd of November. And that is the time when a 600-bedded hospital is opening in the ashram. And this hospital, when people asked, it's for whose sake that you're building this hospital? And we said it is for the whole world. Everybody from around the world can come and get free treatments without paying a penny, because they are all our family and we would welcome them with open arms. We want to ensure that no child goes to school hungry, nobody is out of school, nobody is uneducated, and if somebody is sick, they have access to healthcare. And that's not just for India or for Greece, the countries that we belong to, that's for the whole world. And that is the cause towards which we are all working. And I'm so glad to see so many of you are involved in your own way in bringing light, bringing relief and succor to so many people from around the world. And I'm more than happy I want to convey to Mrs. Elena, she told yesterday that she went to Nigeria and came and met people who have no homes to sleep and who have no food to eat, and they don't even have basics of life, that we take it for granted. We take it for granted because we have too much of it sometimes. We don't appreciate it. And she wanted to build 100 houses. Otherwise, she would not come to India, she says. So I request everyone to participate in the project, including our Greece Foundation, to help build those 100 shelters for our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, and make her come to India after she finishes the project. So also to Ms. Anastasia, please let us know how all these foundations can work together. If we have 2 hands, we can do so much work. If we have hundreds of hands, so much more can be done. And that is the power of collective good. In India, God is imagined as a being with thousands of hands. Sahasra Shirasha Purushaha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrapat. He has thousands of eyes, thousands of hands, legs, ears, thousands of faces, they say. That is the poetic imagination. The truth is, God does not exist with so many hands and legs and eyes and faces. The idea is that when all of us join together, all our hands come together to serve, all our feet come together to go around doing good, all our faces come together to look at the poor and the needy also. That is the time when we unite, we become God. That collectiveness, that universality of collective good is Godhood. That is the idea of Indian God. So when we come together and join forces, join hands to do good to more people, we truly become God in that act of compassion and kindness. And that is the message that both in Greece and in India our ancestors have taught us. It is wonderful to be here today to celebrate these 2 great beings, great human beings who are doing God's work. And we only feel privileged that as the foundation here, we are able to work with them and support them. And I request Mario, Yorgos, and everybody else who's a part of it to continue supporting the work that they do, and we continue to do good work. I have a plan for Greece. We want to establish a center for human development in Greece also, like in so many other countries, which would be the center from where such good ideas can be disseminated, which can work with several organizations and collaborate with everyone to bring succor and relief to the last person. And since we have decided to come together and work together, I would come back again next year. And I thought, I told Yorgos that we will do it after 2-3 years, but now I think we can do it earlier. So I'll come back next year and let us begin the work from next year. Until then, I'm very, very honored, very happy and privileged that we could meet such wonderful people, and all of us can definitely make a big difference. Not, as I said, whatever we do may not be big, but it has to be done from the heart. That's what Mother Teresa says. That's what she was telling, from the heart, from the heart. And heart should guide the head, and head should guide the hands. And they 3 should be connected to each other. That's when good things happen in the society. And you're all people with big hearts, which I can see. And you are the people who can join hands and do much more good. May God bless everyone. May you do good for yourself, your families, but more importantly, you also do good to those who are a part of our world family, who are our brothers and sisters from other mothers, but they are nevertheless ours. With these words, I again convey my best wishes to both the young ladies on the stage, that they continue to do what they do for many, many more years to come. And I do invite the ambassador as well. This time he should not escape the divine net. He's a slippery fish, but this time we will catch him and get him to India. And to everybody here, please come to India. Now it's your turn to come and see me there. And I invite every one of you to be a part of this wonderful family. And India is known for its hospitality, just like Greece is known for. Enjoy some Indian hospitality when you come there. Meet your other brothers and sisters in India. This is my invitation. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Sadhguru, for your radiant kind heart, your wise words, and your helping hands, and that serve humanity at large. As we conclude, we would like to present some flowers from our hearts to our guests, with all our gratitude for their work for humanity. Children come with flowers. Thank you all. Be happy.